Okay, it's finally here. In a 9-0 decision, the Supreme Court has ruled that Donald J. Trump cannot be removed off the ballot by lunatic leftists. I knew that was going to be the ruling. I've talked about this over and over. And the reason why the left has done this is so they know that there's going to be numerous rulings against Donald Trump, for Donald Trump and everything else. But what they want to do is inundate him with all these court rulings and then say, look, the Supreme Court is helping Donald J. Trump become president. This is the stuff they want to do. This is how these people think. I personally don't think this is a big deal to celebrate because of everything they've thrown at him. This to me was the dumbest. The thing that I saw that had the least expectations to be successful was this. If you read the 14th Amendment, it clearly doesn't give states the rights to do this. But one thing I will say, when you watch what's happening to Donald Trump, there has to be some divine intervention because he is beating them at every level that they try. If you look at how these cases are going, even the one where he lost $450 million in New York, that was a whole setup. It's so clear. They didn't have a trial. They did everything they could to beat him, and they just made some ridiculous ruling that he owed $450 million. And again, I see that being changed on appeal. There was clearly nothing that he did wrong, but these people are trying to bog him down in lawfare and just continue to harass this man. Then you see what's going on in Georgia, how that case is falling apart. It's going by the wayside. And I think that's going to get thrown out. You look at the judgment where he lost $38 million to that other cycle that claimed he did something to her 20 years ago. That was a complete setup too, because they made that law for 1 year just so they could go after Trump. And during the process of that, not one other person beside Trump was brought to court by this 1 year ruling in order to be able to sue someone beyond the usual statute of limitations. Clearly, they made this law just for Trump because not one other person has been held accountable by this law other than him. Now we have the Jack Smith thing that's falling apart right now too. And we're gonna see what the Supreme Court rules on the present day incarcerations of all the January 6 people. Again, I don't see that case standing or any of these cases standing because if you look, these prosecutions were just some novel law theories. That's it, nothing more than that. They've never prosecuted people under these laws before, but yet they happen to find the time and the reason to prosecute January 6th and Donald J. Trump under them. But anyway, the tables are turning. You see these cases falling apart. And I'm not saying he's not going to be convicted. They have to keep him out of D.C. If he goes to D.C., just as I did in my video, and I talked about how Donald Trump lost the primary in D.C. for the District of Criminals, he will lose a court case there. Those people are the epitome of TDS. They don't even care. They'll be like, let's just skip the trial. He's guilty. That's what would happen in D.C. The trial will just be a show trial to then find him guilty and tell everybody, look at the criminal Donald Trump is. Anyone who's paying attention knows this. But anyway, my point was Donald Trump has some divine intervention going on because what he is going through, I can't imagine any other person surviving and fighting the way he has and being able to beat them at their own game. It's incredible what I'm watching before my eyes. This is historic what he's doing and what they're doing to bring this lawfare against one man because he tells the truth and tells people exactly what's going on in our corrupt United States system. Anyway, another win for Trump. I'm not even going to celebrate this one because I knew it was coming. This 9-0 ballot ridiculous lawfare that they did on him is just another example of how far the extremists will go to get rid of Donald Trump. Anyway, keep praying that we win and that all this criminality is brought to light and justice will prevail in the long run. And we will fight the swamp tooth and nail and Donald J. Trump will be number 47. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon.